In November 1942, a 25-year-old Chinese sailor named Poon Lim was standing on the deck of a British merchant ship called the SS Ben Lomond. The ship was crossing the Atlantic Ocean, 2,300 miles from land in every direction, and then a German U-boat fired 2 torpedoes into it. The ship sank in 2 minutes. The entire vessel, 7,000 tons of steel, gone beneath the surface before most of the crew even understood what was happening. Poon Lim was thrown into the ocean. He found a life raft. He climbed on, he looked around, and realized he was completely alone in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. No radio, no flares, no food, no fresh water, just a small wooden raft, a canvas cover, and 2,300 miles of open ocean in every direction. Now here's the part that makes this story different from every other survival story you've ever heard. Poon Lim did not get rescued in a few days. He did not get rescued in a few weeks. He survived alone on that raft. For 76 days. 76 days. That is not a survival story. That is a masterclass in what a human being is actually capable of when there is absolutely no other option. Welcome to Untold Archive, the channel that tells the stories history forgot and the lessons they left behind. Not the famous stories, not the ones you already know. The ones that will make you sit back and completely rethink what you believe about your own limits. Today, Poon Lim, the man who turned a wooden raft in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean into a survival laboratory, and came out the other side having done something no human being has done before or since. Let's go. Number 1, the ship goes down. Let's set the scene. November 23, 1942. The Second World War is raging, and the Atlantic Ocean has become one of the most dangerous places on Earth. German U-boats patrol beneath the waves, sinking Allied merchant ships with deadly efficiency. On board one of those ships, the SS Ben Lomond, is a 25-year-old Chinese sailor named Poon Lim. He works as the ship's second steward, responsible for helping manage supplies and caring for the crew. Then, without warning, disaster strikes. 2 German torpedoes slam into the ship. The first destroys the engine room. The second tears through the hull. The Ben Lomond begins sinking almost immediately, not slowly. Not like the movies. Within 2 minutes, the entire ship disappears beneath the Atlantic. Poon Lim grabs a life jacket and jumps into the freezing water. Surrounded by floating wreckage and burning oil, he spends nearly 2 hours drifting before spotting a small wooden life raft. He swims toward it and climbs aboard. Inside are a few emergency supplies, some biscuits, tins of food, a small container of fresh water, a flashlight, several flares, and a canvas cover. He scans the horizon. No ships. No survivors. No land, only endless ocean. In that moment, Poon Lim realizes one terrifying truth. He is completely alone. Number 2, thinking instead of panicking. Most people in that situation would panic. They would eat everything while they still had it. Drink all the water, fire every flare, and pray someone appeared. Poon Lim did something different. He stayed calm. Before hunger or thirst clouded his thinking, he carefully rationed every piece of food and every drop of water. Then he examined the raft. The flashlight contained wire. The canvas could collect rainwater. The ropes could be reused. Even the nails could become tools. Instead of seeing a few emergency supplies, he saw possibilities. He understood something that would save his life. If rescue didn't come, he would have to create everything he needed from what he already had. That mindset changed everything. Number 3, learning to survive. Within 2 weeks, his emergency food was nearly gone. Now he had to rely on the ocean. Using wire taken from the flashlight, Poon Lim fashioned a fishing hook. After several attempts, he caught his first fish. It wasn't much, but it proved he could survive. He used pieces of fish as bait to catch larger fish, creating a steady source of food. Whenever rain fell, he spread the canvas to collect fresh drinking water. When rain didn't come, he adapted again. He patiently observed seabirds that landed near the raft. After days of watching their behavior, he managed to catch them with his bare hands. Nothing went to waste. The meat became food. The bones became fishing tools. The feathers provided insulation. Every resource mattered. Soon, he developed a routine. Every morning, he checked the raft. He repaired damaged ropes. He fished. He collected rainwater whenever possible. He even exercised to keep his muscles strong. He understood that if his body became too weak to fish, his chances of survival would disappear. More importantly, routine protected his mind. Each day had purpose. Each small task gave him another reason to keep going. Number 4, hope, then heartbreak. Around the 5th week, something incredible happened. A ship appeared on the horizon. Poon Lim immediately lit one of his precious flares. The ship turned toward him. For the first time in weeks, rescue seemed certain. But as it came closer, he realized it was a German ship. The crew saw him. Then they kept sailing. Slowly, the ship disappeared beyond the horizon. Imagine surviving for weeks, finally seeing hope, only to watch it sail away. Many people would have given up. Poon Lim didn't. He watched until the ship vanished. Then he quietly picked up his fishing line and went back to work. That single decision says more about his character than anything else in this story. Number 5, the rescue. On April 5, 1943, after 76 days alone on the Atlantic Ocean, a Brazilian fishing boat spotted a tiny raft drifting across the water. The fishermen could hardly believe what they were seeing. There was a man on it, alive. They pulled Poon Lim aboard. He had lost a great deal of weight. His skin was badly burned from constant exposure to the sun, but he could still stand. He walked onto the fishing boat under his own strength. Doctors in Brazil expected him to be physically and mentally broken. Instead, they found a man who was surprisingly alert. His body recovered quickly. His mind remained clear. His incredible survival amazed everyone who heard the story. The British government awarded him the British Empire Medal. The Royal Navy later studied his survival techniques and included many of them in official training manuals. More than 80 years later, his record of surviving 76 days alone on a life raft has never been broken. Number 6, the lessons. Poon Lim's story isn't just about survival, it's about mindset. His first lesson is simple: prepare before you're desperate. He rationed his supplies on the first day while he could still think clearly. His second lesson is to build routine during chaos. Even in the middle of the ocean, he created structure. Routine kept both his body and his mind alive. Third, focus on solutions instead of waiting for rescue. Poon Lim didn't waste his energy hoping someone would save him. He spent every day improving his chances of survival. And finally, perhaps the greatest lesson of all, when the German ship sailed away, he didn't quit. He didn't collapse in despair. He simply went back to fishing. Life often gives us moments like that. Opportunities disappear. Dreams fall apart, plans fail. The question is always the same: what do you do next? Poon Lim's answer was simple: keep working, keep adapting, keep moving forward. 76 days, one small raft, an endless ocean. No guarantee that anyone would ever find him. Yet he refused to give up. His story reminds us that survival isn't always about being the strongest. Sometimes it's simply about refusing to stop. And that's why, more than 80 years later, the story of Poon Lim continues to inspire the world.